I'd like to clear up a few things about image orientation because there seems to be a lot of confusion about the methods. So first I want to talk about image rotation, and I'm going to go to rotate 180 degrees, and basically this is going to take the entire document and turn it upside down. So here's before, after, before, after. I'm not sure which way is the right way anymore, but I'll keep it like that for now. So that's a 180 rotation. Then there's a couple other interesting ones. Rotate clockwise, rotate counterclockwise. This comes in quite handy if you shoot a vertical and it comes in the wrong way, you can switch it. So that's very convenient. And then there's two more items in this menu that I actually want to warn you about. Flip canvas horizontal and flip canvas vertical. You just have to know what happens when you choose these. Flip horizontal actually gives you the mirror image. So here's before, and the ship's going one way, and then the ship is going the other way. And this could lead to problems if you have any kind of text in the image, even if someone's wearing a t-shirt that has writing, that you could actually end up with backwards text. So just be careful of that. Same thing with flip canvas vertically. This flips the whole document on the vertical axis as opposed to the horizontal axis. And so what you get is it looks very much like a 180 degree turn, but actually it goes 180 plus mirror image. So just be careful if you choose those two. Next, I'm going to actually load a path that I already drew around the outside of this ship. So let me click on that. And now I have marching ants just around the ship. And a different method of changing the orientation of the image is located not under the image menu, but under the edit menu and transform. And you'll see that there's a very similar wording here. And this is where the confusion ends up, is what the transform is for is changing either the orientation of a single layer on transparency within the image, or something like what I have here, which is rotating just a selection that has marching ants around it. So I'm going to rotate this 180, and as you can see, what it did is it flips just the ship as opposed to the whole document. So here's before, after, before, after. Okay, now I'm confused a bit. Okay, and same thing under that menu, edit, transform. You have choices of 90 degrees counterclockwise or clockwise, and also the flip horizontal and vertical. So be careful of that. And the main thing that I want to get across here is that I see people trying to rotate their whole canvas under image rotation, thinking that they'll be able to change their selection. And you can't do that. You have to transform to just do a single layer. Okay, one last thing, and this is sort of the bane of my existence, is this new rotation tool up here. This is new. It looks like a hand rotate view tool. When you click on that and you bring it into the image, what happens, see how you get this little compass thing? Actually, it's quite fitting that you get that. And I can turn the image any way I want. And you know, this tool, this is kind of minor, because unless what it's doing is it's temporarily turning the image, kind of like as if you had a notebook and you kind of turned it to one side. And what it's really meant for is if you're using any kind of like a drawing tablet as opposed to a mouse, it allows you to kind of orient the image in the way that you might write on a book or tablet. So I guess it's convenient, but what I am finding is that a lot of students are thinking that they just rotated their image by doing this, and then when they actually go to save it, this disappears. So keep in mind, if you see this little compass thing, know that it's only temporary, and that comes from right up here in your rotate. See how it says rotate view. To get out of this, if you got there by mistake, just hit the escape button. But I would stay away from that thing unless you're doing any major drawing. So those are the 3 ways that you can orient your image.